It's Friday, so you already know it's going to be a Safety FM mini episode.
This show is brought to you by Safety FM.
This episode of the broadcast and the podcast is brought to you by Arrow. The next generation error reduction and mitigation system. For more information, go to arrowhp.com.
Well, hello and welcome to Safety FM. This is Jay Allen. I have to tell you, today's episode's not going to be the traditional standard safety show or even that kind of conversation. And the reason that I have decided to do this is because this week, as you are aware, we had the passing of Kobe Bryant and his daughter, Gigi. And there was also 7 other passengers on the plane. John, Carrie, Elisa Altobelli, Christina Mauser, Sarah and Peyton Chester, Ara Sabayan. So I know that the last 7 names are probably not as popular as, of course, the name of Kobe Bryant and his daughter Gigi. And probably as expected because Kobe Bryant was known as an NBA superstar. And I have to tell you, a lot of people have reacted to this tragedy in a way that was unexpected to some extent. And I look at this and I kind of really had some questions this week as I looked upon this tragedy, as I looked into more detail and was saddened by what occurred. And I looked at it and I was like, wow, as much as we don't want to believe it at times, tomorrow is not guaranteed. You need to appreciate the people that are around you. You need to appreciate the people that you work for. You need to appreciate the things that you have in life, because sometimes you just don't know what's going to happen next to you or to them. I have to tell you, on Sunday evening, this caused me to hold my wife a little bit tighter, bring my daughters a little bit closer, and realize that I am so thankful for what I have in my life. And I appreciate the things that have occurred to this point. And I appreciate you, the listener. And it's not something that is said normally often, but it's okay to show your love to other people. It is okay to tell other people how much they mean to you. Most of the times, we want to reference this when it's way too late. We need to take advantage of the time that we have now with the people that we love. I'm not saying today is going to be a day of reconciliation, but it's a day to give some thought to some of the hardships that you might have had with some people that are out there, some of the falling outs that you've had, and start thinking maybe it's time to change and appreciate it, because maybe that reconciliation that you're thinking that's going to happen later down the road, maybe it won't. Maybe you won't have that opportunity. And I'm not just saying you. This applies to me as much as it applies to the listeners. And I don't want this to come across as preachy, because I know that it's very easily on how it could. I'm really at a loss on what to say next. For now, I have been your safety manager and host, Jay Allen. And until next time, be safe.
The views and opinions expressed on this podcast are those of the host and its guest and do not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of the company. Examples of analysis discussed within this podcast are only examples. They should not be utilized in the real world as the only solution available, as they are based only on very limited and dated open source information. Assumptions made within this analysis are not reflective of the position of the company. No part of this podcast may be reproduced, stored in a retrieval system, or transmitted in any form or by any means, mechanical, electronic, recording, or otherwise, without prior written permission of the creator of the podcast, Jay Allen.